Carl Jung, one of the most profound minds in psychology, understood something that most people spend their entire lives overlooking. He knew that the power moving mountains, creating miracles, and transforming lives isn't hidden in some distant sanctuary or locked away in ancient wisdom that only a select few can access. It's already within you, right now, in this very moment. The question isn't whether you have this power. The question is, are you ready to awaken it? Have you ever felt like you're searching everywhere for answers, scrolling endlessly through advice, waiting for that one breakthrough moment that will finally change everything, only to find yourself right back where you started? What if I told you that everything you've been desperately seeking outside of yourself has been living inside you all along, just waiting for you to remember it? But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Now, think about your life for a moment. How many times have you looked at your circumstances and felt powerless? How often have you waited for conditions to change, for people to behave differently, for opportunities to magically appear before you could finally step into the life you truly desire? Has this ever happened to you? This endless cycle of waiting, hoping, wishing for external validation that somehow, someday, things will be different. Here's the profound truth that Jung discovered through decades of exploring the human psyche. The visible world around you is nothing more than a mirror. It doesn't create your reality. It reflects it. Every situation, every relationship, every opportunity or obstacle you encounter is simply showing you the inner state you've been holding, consciously or unconsciously. When you change what's happening inside, the entire external world has no choice but to reorganize itself around your new frequency. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to discover might completely shift the way you've been approaching your entire life. Jung wasn't just a theorist pondering abstract concepts. He identified a specific practice, a sacred method that takes only 3 minutes, but has the power to elevate your vibration instantly. This isn't about positive thinking or forcing yourself to feel good. This is about returning to your origin, to the fundamental truth of who you are, beneath all the conditioning, all the fear, all the doubt. This practice centers around 2 simple words that contain more creative power than any elaborate ritual or complicated technique. I am. These aren't just words. They're not affirmations you repeat mechanically hoping something will change. I am is the frequency of creation itself, the sound of your own being recognizing its divine nature. When spoken with true awareness, these words don't ask the universe for permission. They command reality itself. The beauty of what Jung discovered is that this power isn't reserved for saints, mystics, or people who've meditated for decades. It's available to you right now, regardless of where you've been or what you've done. The force that moves galaxies, that orchestrates the perfect timing of seasons, that causes seeds to break through concrete, that same force lives in you, and in the next few minutes you're going to learn exactly how to access it. The first thing Jung understood about transformation is that most people are exhausting themselves in a battle they can never win. You wake up every morning and immediately your mind starts racing, trying to control everything around you, attempting to fix what's broken, manipulating circumstances, pushing against reality as if it's some kind of opponent you need to defeat. But here's the hidden truth that changes everything. While your mind is racing, trying desperately to fix the world is doing nothing except reflecting the chaos of your racing mind back to you. It's a perfect mirror. The external turbulence you experience isn't happening to you randomly. It's happening because of the internal turbulence you're carrying. This is why Jung's first instruction in this 3-minute practice seems almost too simple to be powerful. He tells you to stop. Just stop. Stop fighting against what is. Stop resisting reality. Stop trying to force solutions. Close your eyes right now if you can and take a deep breath. Listen to the rhythm of your breathing. That sound, that gentle rise and fall of air moving through your body, is the same breath that animated the first human being. The same creative force that set the universe into motion is flowing through your chest right now. You're not separate from the divine source. You are its living expression, its eyes looking at the world, its hands touching reality. Every inhalation is a reminder that you exist, that you're here, that you matter. Every exhalation is an invitation to let go, to surrender the need to control everything, to trust the presence that's already within you. This isn't about passivity or giving up. It's about understanding that true power comes from presence, not from resistance. When you stop fighting the current and start flowing with it, everything changes. Your decisions become clearer. Your path reveals itself. Opportunities appear that were invisible when you were caught in the struggle. Now, I want to go even deeper into what actually happens when you shift from fighting to witnessing. Jung guides you to place your attention inside yourself, but not in the way most people think. You're not searching for mystical lights or waiting for extraordinary sensations to validate your experience. You're simply becoming aware, present, still. You're witnessing your own breathing without trying to change it, without judging it, without making it into something spiritual or special. This is where the real journey begins, in this silent center that was not born and will not die. This center is what Jung called the I am. It's not your body which changes every day. It's not your memories which fade and shift. It's not even your name or your story. It's what observes all of that. When you repeat, I am, gently, authoritatively, something profound happens behind the scenes of your consciousness. You're not affirming an idea or trying to convince yourself of something. You're waking up from a dream you didn't even know you were having. This single shift changes your vibration immediately. The body begins to relax. The heart rate slows down. The mind, which has been running your life like a tyrant, suddenly bows before the presence of your true self. If this kind of content speaks to you, if you're someone who wants to go deeper into understanding how consciousness actually shapes reality, hit that subscribe button. I'm here creating videos that challenge the way you see yourself and the world around you, and I want you to be part of this community. This is the impact that most people never experience because they're too busy chasing transformation outside themselves. The revelations you're seeking aren't hidden in complicated teachings. They're right here in the simple act of remembering who you are beneath all the noise. Write in the comments, I am present, if this resonates with you right now. What Jung discovered through his deep exploration of the psyche is something that completely transforms how you see yourself in relation to everything around you. When you speak those two words, I am, something extraordinary is happening beneath the surface that most people completely miss. You're not affirming your individuality or declaring yourself as separate from the rest of existence. You're actually recognizing your unity with the whole. Think about this for a moment. Right now, as you're breathing, where does your body end and the air begin? There's no actual border. The oxygen that was outside you a second ago is now inside your bloodstream, feeding every cell. The carbon dioxide you're exhaling becomes part of the atmosphere, eventually feeding plants that produce the oxygen you'll breathe tomorrow. You're not a separate island of consciousness floating in an indifferent universe. You are both the field and the point, the observer and the observed, the wave and the ocean simultaneously. The entire universe is literally breathing with you in this moment. Every star, every distant galaxy, every grain of sand on every beach exists in the same unified field of consciousness that you do. This is the purest vibration that exists, the frequency of existence becoming conscious of itself. And here's the revelation that changes everything about how you approach your journey. You have never, not for a single moment, been alone. The separation you feel, the isolation, the sense that you're somehow disconnected from the source of life itself, is nothing but an illusion created by the thinking mind. When you drop into presence, into the I am, that illusion dissolves completely. Now we enter the second phase of this practice, and this is where the invisible begins to take shape in ways that will fundamentally alter your reality. Jung understood that imagination isn't some frivolous fantasy or escape from the real world. Imagination is actually the portal through which all physical reality is born. Everything you see around you, every building, every technology, every work of art, existed first as an image in someone's mind before it manifested in the material world. Your life operates on exactly the same principle, but most people never harness this creative power because they don't understand how it actually works. Close your eyes for a moment and let a scene emerge. Don't try to fabricate it by force or manufacture it from your thinking mind. Just allow it to reveal itself naturally, the way a dream appears when you're drifting into sleep. See yourself living exactly what you desire, but here's the crucial part that makes all the difference. Don't watch this scene from the outside like you're viewing a movie. Enter it completely. Step into it. If prosperity is what you're calling into your life, feel the actual weight of money in your hands right now. Feel the texture, hear the subtle sound of financial freedom, notice the quiet confidence that comes from knowing nothing is missing. If love is your desire, feel the warmth of another presence, the gentle touch, the way your heart opens in the security of being truly seen and valued. If healing is your journey, feel your body as light, complete, vibrating with perfect health in this very moment. The key is that you're not pretending or playing make-believe. You're actually experiencing the feeling of already having what you desire. This is the hidden truth behind every story of transformation you've ever heard. The people who manifest extraordinary realities aren't lucky or special. They've simply learned to feel the fulfillment before the physical evidence appears. Your imagination, when used with this level of immersion, sends a signal into the quantum field that begins reorganizing circumstances, people, and opportunities to match the frequency you're broadcasting. Type "I am complete" in the comments if you're ready to step into this practice. Jung's profound understanding of consciousness led him to a discovery that most people struggle to grasp because it contradicts everything we've been taught about how reality works. The universe doesn't respond to your words, your wishes, or even your prayers in the traditional sense. It responds exclusively to frequencies, and your frequency isn't determined by what you say or think you want. It's determined entirely by the feeling of being that you carry moment to moment. If you feel needy, if there's a desperation behind your desires, you're broadcasting the frequency of lack. And the universe, being a perfect matching system, can only send you more experiences of needing, more situations that confirm you don't have what you want. But when you feel full, when there's a sense of completeness already present within you, you're vibrating abundance, and that frequency magnetizes circumstances, people, and opportunities that match that fullness. This is where the real transformation happens, right in this moment of practice. You merge completely with the imagined scene until there's no difference whatsoever between what you're experiencing internally and what you would call external reality. Your body doesn't know the difference. Your nervous system responds to the vividness of your inner experience exactly the same way it would respond to physical events happening around you. When the heart truly believes, when every cell in your body accepts the reality of what you're imagining, the world has no choice but to obey. This isn't mysticism or wishful thinking. This is how the creative mechanism behind all manifestation actually operates. The shift that occurs here is subtle, but absolutely critical to understand. You stop desiring and start assuming. Desire always implies separation, a gap between where you are and where you want to be. But assumption is living from the end result, making decisions and feeling emotions as if the desired reality is already your current reality. This is when your vibration rises instantaneously because you're no longer in the position of asking or begging the universe for something. You're commanding reality from a place of knowing. You've stepped into the consciousness of someone who already possesses what they seek. Then we arrive at the third and most sacred minute of this practice, the phase where everything shifts from imagination into unshakable certainty. Here's what Jung recognized that revolutionizes this entire process. At this stage, you're no longer creating anything. You're recognizing what has always been yours. The imagination dissolves into inner reality, and what remains is pure gratitude. But this isn't the gratitude of someone hoping to receive a gift. This is the gratitude of someone who knows beyond any doubt that they already possess what they've been seeking. Feel this. Gratitude beginning to expand from your chest, radiating outward like ripples on still water, touching everything in your awareness. In your thoughts, with complete conviction, say these words: "Thank you because it already is." This simple statement carries more creative power than any elaborate ritual or complex technique. It's more than gratitude. It's a command sent directly into the fabric of reality itself. The universe doesn't respond to uncertainty, to half-hearted hopes, to tentative wishes. It responds to certainty. When you thank the universe for something that hasn't yet appeared in physical form, you're operating from a level of consciousness that transcends linear time. You're acknowledging that in the realm where all possibilities exist simultaneously, what you desire is already complete, already done, already yours. The physical manifestation is simply catching up to the energetic reality you've claimed. Put, "Thank you, it is done," in the comments if you're feeling this shift happening inside you right now. What Jung understood about the mechanics of manifestation completely contradicts what most people believe about how to create change in their lives. Everyone thinks the highest vibration is excitement, enthusiasm, that pumped-up energy where you're jumping around affirming things with intense emotion. But Jung discovered something far more powerful working behind the scenes of consciousness. The highest vibration is actually serenity. It's the calm, unshakable knowing that nothing needs to be forced, that the invisible realm has already begun its work, that the wheels of creation are turning whether you can see evidence of it or not. If something in this video resonated with you, if you felt even a small shift in your awareness, just hit that like button. It's a simple gesture, but it tells me this content is landing where it needs to, and it helps these ideas reach more people who are ready for them. Allow the energy you've been building through this practice to descend now. Let it move from your head down into your heart, from your heart into your body, from your body all the way down into the ground beneath you. Everything in you begins to vibrate at the frequency of completion, not striving, not reaching, not chasing. Completion, this peace you're feeling right now, this quiet certainty, is the sign. It's the inner confirmation that your order has been placed and received by the universe, what you've been calling reality. All the circumstances and conditions you see around you is nothing more than the reflection of the state in which you habitually remain. Change the state, and reality has no choice but to reorganize itself around your new frequency. When you finally open your eyes after this practice, something profound has shifted that most people won't recognize immediately. The world will appear exactly the same. The room looks identical, the sounds are familiar, nothing obvious has changed in the physical environment. But here's the hidden truth Jung wants you to understand. The world isn't the same at all, because the being that observes it is no longer the same being that closed their eyes 3 minutes ago. Something changed in silence. And it's in silence, beneath the noise of everyday life, that the universe begins to conspire on your behalf. You don't need to frantically search for signs that your desires are manifesting. You don't need validation from circumstances or confirmation from other people. You have become the sign itself. Your presence, your energy, your state of being is now broadcasting a completely different frequency into the field of infinite possibilities. This is where your mindset shifts from beggar to creator, from someone hoping for external conditions to improve, to someone who knows they are the source of those conditions. Walk through your life now with the awareness that you lack absolutely nothing. Make your decisions from this place of wholeness. When you encounter situations that used to trigger anxiety or desperation, notice how different your response is when you're rooted in completion rather than need. Don't beg for attention from people who don't see your value. Don't plead for luck as if you're at the mercy of random chance. Don't chase love from a place of emptiness. Instead, order reality in silence. This is the revelation that changes everything about how you move through the world. The true command doesn't shout, doesn't implore, doesn't beg or negotiate with circumstances. It simply affirms what is already true in the invisible realm and then watches as reality bows to match that inner certainty. Life doesn't give you what you ask for with desperate words. Life gives you what you are at the deepest level of your being. When you transform your state, when you shift your identity from seeker to possessor, from hoping to knowing, the entire external world rearranges itself with mathematical precision to reflect that transformation back to you. Leave "I am the creator" in the comments if this understanding is landing in your consciousness right now. If you've stayed with me through this entire journey, I want you to know that's not a coincidence. There's something in you that's ready for this shift, ready to step into the version of yourself that operates from certainty rather than hope. And that's exactly why I create this content, to have these conversations with people who are genuinely seeking transformation, not just entertainment. If this resonates with you, if you feel like this channel is speaking directly to what you're going through right now, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I'm here consistently sharing insights that actually move the needle in your consciousness, and I don't want you to miss what's coming next. These aren't random videos. They're part of a larger conversation about reclaiming your creative power and living from a completely different state of being. And if you made it all the way to this moment, leave a comment right now that says, "I received this message." I read every single one, and it helps me understand who's truly absorbing this material, who's ready to go deeper into these concepts that can fundamentally change how you experience reality. The like button might seem like a small thing, but it genuinely helps this content reach other people who need to hear it. If this video shifted something in you, even slightly, just tap that like. It takes a second, but it keeps this conversation growing. Now there's a video right here that takes what we've explored today even further. It's the natural next step on this path. Click and continue with me over there, because the transformation we started today is just beginning.